Do you ever get the feeling that salads are just like played out? Like, I get the importance of eating salad, don't get me wrong, but it could feel like everything has been done already. Well, at least that's how you could view it. Until now, we're making a roasted sweet potato and citrus Moroccan couscous salad. It's sweet, it's savory, a little spicy, packed with different textures, and comes together super quick. How about we get into what you're gonna need? Sweet potatoes, pearl couscous, vegetable broth, chickpeas, pitted dates, roasted pistachios, or slivered almonds, sliced olives, fresh parsley, fresh mint, some olive oil, a lemon, a orange, harissa paste, and finally, some seasonings. We're beginning with our sweet potatoes. We're going to shave these with a vegetable peeler. Now, you could leave the skin on for more nutrients and a bit more of a chew, but today I went to the dentist, so I peeled mine off. Once peeled, we're cutting these into cubes, but be careful, these cubes gotta be no longer than about 3/4 of an inch. We're looking to cook these in that 22 to 25 minute baking time. Hey, if we cut these any larger, we're probably gonna have to explain to the family why dinner isn't on the table until almost bedtime. Place those in a bowl and set them aside. Now we're bringing out a small bowl to create our spice mixture. We're adding cumin, paprika, coriander, turmeric, garlic powder, salt, and some pepper. But before I mix that, I'm going to zest some fresh nutmeg right into this. It adds a warmth that I feel like you just can't get from the pre-ground stuff. But if I didn't have the fresh, that's exactly what I would do. Once finished, bring the potatoes back to the center stage. Add a few tablespoons of olive oil and toss them with a spatula until they're glistening. Then add the seasoning mix and toss them again. Next, bring out a greased baking tray and spread these out. Make sure each cube has its own space. If they're too close together, you're going to have steamed sweet potatoes instead of roasted sweet potatoes. And for this recipe, it's more important that we caramelize these nice. It brings out so much more flavor. All right, pop these into the oven and bake at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 30 minutes max. I said it a second ago, but I don't want to overlook this. You really want brown caramelized potatoes, not the soft cubes. The dressing that we're going to be making for this recipe has a bit of a kick, and it plays really nice with the natural sugars of the sweet potato. While that's roasting, let's prep the rest of our ingredients. Starting with our parsley, we're just going to give this a rough chop and set it aside. Following that, we're prepping our mint. Again, give this a rough chop and set it aside as well. To all of you out there, salad is like 95% just chopping and prepping ingredients. Then 5% tossing them in a bowl and tossing them with dressing. I guess what I'm saying is you can pretty much prep this in whatever order you like. Next up, I'm prepping some dates, giving them a quick chop and setting them aside. Then we're going to prep our garlic, and believe it or not, I'm only using 1 clove for this recipe. Don't say it, I already know. Sometimes you just gotta put the garlic down. That kind of hurts to say out loud. I might have to mute this section of the video. Following that, we're chopping up some Kalamata olives. Once chopped, we're going to move on to our pistachios. I know these are small already, but hey, trust me on this. I'm going to chop them up even smaller. I'm also adding almonds to this salad, but I had almond slivers in the cabinet. So I figured, hey, one less thing, right? And before cooking our couscous, I'm going to bring in my well-drained and rinsed chickpeas. They're added to a bowl, and I'm just gonna put them over here for later. With our prep out of the way, we're moving on to the couscous. In a medium-sized pot, add your couscous, vegetable broth, small drizzle of olive oil, and if you had a no-sodium vegetable broth, a pinch of salt would bring out a bit more flavor here. Stir it together Bring it to a boil before dropping the heat down to simmer and covering it. Couscous, it only takes about 8 to 10 minutes. And once the liquid is gone, let it rest for just about 5 minutes or so. Then fluff it with a fork, I'm using a spoon here, and let it cool. Cooling the couscous prevents the fresh herbs from wilting, and fluffing it keeps the texture light and prevents it from becoming gummy. While the potatoes are finishing up and our couscous is cooling, let's start prepping our dressing. In a small cup, add a bit of olive oil. Next, we want to get some citrus juice. But can't forget that we want also the zest from these fruits. So I briefly start by zesting each fruit into a separate bowl. Pro tip, always zest before juice. It's nearly impossible to zest a deflated, squeezed out lemon without your fingertips becoming part of the mix. Once we're finished up there, we're going to squeeze out the juice from both our orange and our lemon. From there, I'm adding in some harissa. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, what is this harissa? Harissa is a North African chili paste, primarily originated in Tunisia. It's an amazing blend of like various peppers, garlic paste, caraway seeds, coriander, cumin, olive oil. Flavor-wise, it's smoky, it's peppery. It has a slow build heat. For me, it's not super hot. It's also incredibly fragrant, and it's gonna be what gives this like a real authentic Moroccan feel. All right, following that, we're adding some black pepper and fresh garlic. And give that a good whisk. All right. Once we're done all that, our potatoes should be ready. We're gonna get them going in a bowl here. Look at those edges. That's what I was talking about earlier. Caramelized and perfect. Now, we can finally grab our salad bowl to start assembling this. Actually, I'm just gonna use this same bowl. As we build this, I want you to notice the balance we're creating. You've got that earthiness of the cumin and turmeric on those potatoes. But then you're cutting through that with the salty punch of the Kalamata olives and sweetness of those dates. This bowl is like a tug of war. And then here comes the dressing, being all referee-like and bringing everyone together. And so we just need to wake those flavors up. That's where we have the fresh parsley and the mint, and followed by that bright harissa citrus dressing. From here, give it a gentle toss and let those flavors get to know each other. You got the date sweetness, the crunch from the nuts, the smoke from the harissa. Wow, you can't forget the warmth, but also the brightness of the citrus. We basically just brought the salad from backstage to center stage with this recipe. And the full recipe you could find linked in the description, or you could head right on over to my website, makeitdairyfree.com. Thank you so much. You're amazing. I love you. And until next time, believe in good. Peace.